All right, a good Monday morning to you, Piedmont Triad. Hope it's off to a good start. Meteorologist Christian Morgan alongside you with the News 2 Weather Impact Alert Day for your Monday. Now, not expecting real big and bad weather, but at least nuisance weather that's probably going to be an inconvenience for you today. So that's why we've issued that News 2 Weather Impact Alert. It goes really for the rest of the day because we have rain on the way and already here. Now, it's not going to rain all the time everywhere all day long. It'll come in rounds. It'll be scattered, but some of that rain could really be quite heavy. And the difference here, the change that we've seen over the last 24 hours, if the last time you checked in with us was before the weekend, then you know we were thinking about the rain moving out around lunchtime today. Over the course of the last 24 hours, we've sort of changed course because of the slower progression of our big weather system. So really our rain may linger as late as sunset this evening or maybe even shortly after that. So we do have rounds of rain that are on the way. Some of it will be heavy as we go throughout the rest of the day. It'll shut off some, it'll rain again, it'll shut off, it'll rain again, back and forth, kind of a rinse and repeat. And again, some of that rain really could be heavy at times, not for everybody, but in several locations across the area. And even though the storm chance is not really our headline today, there's at least the low chance for a storm, just not zero. So it's something that we'll at least keep an eye on from time to time. So bottom line, if you're out driving this, maybe heading to lunch today, your evening commute, go ahead and plan for it to be a little bit slower. Give yourself a little extra travel time to account for that, and just no need to get in a hurry, especially when it's raining like this. Maybe you drove to work in some heavy rain. I did. You might be going to lunch in some heavy rain as well. A live look at all of our weather cameras across the Triad, major Triad cities: Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, Burlington. You'll notice there's rain on, well, literally every single one of them. A wet morning of weather for sure, and really just kind of a soggy way to kick off the work week for sure. Going to get some good rain, but it is going to be a lot of rain as we move through the rest of the day. Live look at a wet Greensboro right now. Temperatures have pretty much stayed stuck where they are right now since early this morning. Really not much movement, and I don't expect much as we go throughout the day and hang on to clouds and the occasional rain from time to time. Out the door at 67 in Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point, Lexington, Yanceyville, all at 67. Here at about 10:30. That seems to be the magic number. 68 in Asheboro, 69 Burlington, 70 Troy, low to mid 60s up over the foothills this morning. Now, as far as rain totals go, look at what's happened just since midnight. This doesn't take into account some rain that we had late last night, but this is just since midnight, and especially along the Triad and areas to the north and northwest. Look at this, about an inch back to our west, about an inch in parts of Yadkin County towards Winston-Salem, and just close to an inch on the north side of Guilford County, right along the Guilford County and Rockingham County line. There is more on the way, and a lot of our folks will end up with 1 to 2 inches of rain by the time this is all said and done. I'll show you live radar right now, show you what's going on across the Piedmont. We were in a little bit of a lull period across the area for a couple of hours, but again, it rains some, then goes away, and then comes back, and that's what we're under right now. The rain is coming back as we speak, and some of it really is quite steady or even heavy at times. Just some light rain now in parts of Randolph County, some more steady rain in Greensboro, even some heavier rain off to our north and west. And look up over Virginia. This is some heavy rain that moved through parts of the foothills in the western Piedmont just a couple of hours ago. It's held together now, crossing the Virginia border. Martinsville getting some heavy rain, South Boston, Seneca, Rocky Mount up there in Virginia now getting some steady and heavy rain as well. The heavier rain for our area is a little further back to the south and southwest. You'll notice a little batch of heavy rain moving into Randolph County, right out of Davidson County right now. So this is along the farmer community. Those folks seeing some heavy rain as we speak. Also some heavier rain back toward Salisbury, down to Kannapolis, and down toward the Charlotte area as well. That's just kind of how the day goes. Some of it's light, some of it's heavy, on and off, back and forth. Hard to believe, though, this is the same system that was wreaking havoc out to our west over the last several days and really the majority of last week. Not only with heavy rain, but big flooding problems, severe storms for days on end, and several tornadoes every single day. Boy, you want to talk about getting tired, and a lot of folks who are going to have to clean up, those folks out to the west are. Now, thankfully, this system is a lot weaker for us than it was for them out there. So again, storms are not the big headline for us. It's the rain that we're going to get. Now, for western North Carolina, for parts of Tennessee, the rain is pretty much done at this point. But you see all of this rain now pushing up from Georgia and South Carolina. That's still to go, and that's still to come for our area as we go into the afternoon. You'll notice a tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning down on the Georgia and Florida line there. I don't expect that we'll have extremely busy weather like they had. Do have the low risk of some flash flooding in the area today. It's the typical trouble spots, really, that I would be worried about. You know, the areas that always flood almost every time it rains, those are the ones that are likely going to be flooding today as well. And of course, potting on the roadways, hydroplaning is going to be a big concern with the rain, especially when it's heavy and coming down across the Piedmont. Now, our storm risk is low, mainly from the Triad and south and east, included in a level 1 risk for a strong or severe storm today. But really, it's further east. Once you get toward the Raleigh and Durham area, down into eastern North Carolina, those folks actually have a level 2 risk for severe storms. So it's just taking a while for them to get some rain, giving them more of an opportunity to heat up and juice up the air. So as that rain and that those storms move into eastern North Carolina, they'll have a better opportunity to form, get strong, and potentially severe. So while I'm not really concerned about the severe weather risk here, there is at least a low chance for a storm in our area. This is what it looks like as we go throughout the rest of your Monday. Again, rain continues on and off as we go throughout the day. We'll have several rounds of it, and again, several rounds that could be heavy, and it will linger through the afternoon and into the early evening. Now, I think once we get toward dinner time, you should really start to see it breaking up, lightening up, and I don't think there'll be as much, but there could still be some heavy rain at times that continues through sunset this evening before this finally starts to move out and taper off. Of course, that's with the actual cold front as it pushes through. We move it to the overnight hours, rain will go away. We hold on to the clouds for a little while, but by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we likely have a partly cloudy sky and we'll have some sunshine back. But we're going to have a big change in weather, that's for sure. Notice how our winds come out of the north and northwest. Well, that's a cooler wind direction, so we are about to get much cooler for the middle of the week. In the meantime, here's what you can expect. Rain totals generally 1 to 2 inches across the area by the time everything moves out. Again, the higher totals are going to be where those heavier pockets of rain set up. That really could be in the eastern Piedmont, down toward the Triangle, Raleigh, Durham area. Those folks may actually get a little more rain than we do. Now, this is good general rain. We need the rain, but it's a lot of rain in a short amount of time. That's for sure. So there's a lot of rain in about the matter of 18 to 24 hours. That's why we had the flooding concern. And folks really up over the foothills, up over the mountains, not too much concerned about those folks with the amount of rain. But for us, it's a good soaking of rain over the next 18 to 24 hours that we'll get. So bottom line, scattered rain's on the way for much of the day. Some of it's heavy. It's on and off throughout the day. Keep the rain gear with you pretty much everywhere you go. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Rain totals 1 to 2 inches, but keep an eye on that low thunderstorm chance that we have today. And again, if you're driving, no matter what time of the day it is, if it's raining and it's raining heavy, just be cautious. Be on the lookout for water on the roadway, standing on the roads, ponding on the roads. That again is one of the big concerns today with those pockets of heavy rain. So no need to get in a hurry. Just take it a little slower. Give yourself plenty of time. Here's the setup. High pressure off the coast. That's been warming us up over the weekend. It's also been adding in the moisture out of the Gulf to fuel this system as well. And this is a slow moving front. Remember how long it sat out over the west? That big area of high pressure act to block it away, to keep it away from us. Now, as it's weakened to move away from us, it allows that system to move closer to us here on the East Coast. And it's slow to do so. It was hung up over the mountains this morning, slow progression across the Piedmont as we go into the afternoon and into tonight. Now, once that gets out of the way, our weather is going to change again pretty drastically. High pressure from the north and west will start to build in. It's cooler high pressure, and it will deliver some cooler air for us for the middle of the week. Remember 87 on Saturday? Look at this Wednesday morning. We're down close to freezing. So a lot of us will have frost early Wednesday morning. Could even have some folks that get down to freezing or maybe below. So this could be our final freeze of the season so far. Now, on average, it happens around April 8th. If it happens, it'd be right on the money for our average last freeze. Now, it has come as early as March before, March 7th back in 2010, it has come as late as May 8th back in 1989. So expect that we'll have our last freeze in the next week or so, if we haven't already had that. This is what I need you to know. Tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, if you have things that have already bloomed, I'm sure you do, or maybe you planted things outdoors, you're going to want to protect those. So water your plants during the day, cover them with fabric or take them inside at night, but make sure you take the fabric off and take them back outside right after sunrise so that they can sort of refuel themselves. All right, there's the plan for today. Scattered rain on and off throughout the day. Some of it's quite heavy. Bottom line, it's just a soggy day of weather any way you shake it. It'll move out tonight. Cooler weather's back for your Tuesday. Highs are in the mid-50s tomorrow. We'll go back down to around freezing Tuesday night. Frost is likely across the Piedmont. Could even have some folks that dip to around freezing or just below it. And then we warm up to near 60 Wednesday afternoon. Beyond that, we're a little bit warmer. Temperatures go back into the mid-60s for your Thursday. We'll bring in a chance for a shower late in the day on Thursday and Thursday night. Scattered showers possible for your Friday to finish off the work week. And then the weekend, well, it looks to be pretty close to normal. Low to mid 60s Saturday, mid and upper 60s on Sunday. We'll look to stay dry all weekend long.